Last month, something strange happened to me. I watched a man change his whole life. Not because he worked harder, not because he became smarter, not because he had more money. He changed one small thing, just one, and slowly everything around him changed too. Stay with me. This story is for you. His name was Daniel. Daniel was 34 years old. He lived in a small apartment. He had a job, but he did not love it. He woke up every morning and he felt tired. Not a little tired, very tired. The kind of tired that sleep cannot fix. You know that feeling. When you open your eyes in the morning and you already feel heavy, like something is sitting on your chest, like today will be the same as yesterday. Daniel felt that every single day. He was not a bad person. He was kind, he worked hard, he tried, but something was missing. He could not explain it. He just felt lost. Like a boat with no direction, moving but going nowhere. He had dreams when he was young. He wanted to write a book. He wanted to travel. He wanted to feel alive. But years passed, and those dreams became small, and then they became quiet, and then he almost forgot them. Every day was the same for Daniel. He woke up. He looked at his phone for a long time, maybe 30 minutes, maybe 1 hour. He scrolled and scrolled. Good morning, bad news, a funny video, a sad story, someone's perfect life, someone's angry opinion. All of this before he even stood up, before he drank water, before he saw the light outside. His first hour every morning was noise, just noise, and he did not know that this small habit was quietly hurting him every single day. Then one afternoon, Daniel met an old man. His name was George. George was 71 years old. He lived alone, but he had kind eyes and a very calm voice. Daniel met him in a small park near his apartment. Daniel was sitting on a bench. He looked tired. George sat next to him. They did not talk at first, just silence. Then George said, "You look like a man who is carrying something heavy." Daniel laughed a little. He said, "Maybe." George smiled. He said, "What is the first thing you do every morning?" Daniel thought. He said, "I check my phone." George nodded slowly. He said, "How do you feel after?" Daniel was quiet. He thought about it. He said, "Tired, a little sad. I don't know why." George looked at him. He said simply, "That is why." Daniel did not understand at first. He said, "But everyone does that." George said, "Yes, and how does everyone feel?" Daniel had no answer. George looked at the sky. He said slowly, "The morning is not like other times. The morning is special. Your mind just woke up. It is soft. It is open, like a clean white paper. And the first thing you write on that paper stays with you all day. If you write noise, you carry noise. If you write calm, you carry calm." Daniel listened. Something felt true about those words, even if he was not sure why. George said one more thing before he left. He said, "Don't change everything. Just change the first 10 minutes." And then he walked away, slowly, like a man with nowhere to be. And Daniel sat there, alone, thinking. That night, Daniel made a small decision, not a big decision, not a plan, not a goal. Just one small thing. He said to himself, "Tomorrow morning I will not look at my phone, not for the first 10 minutes, just 10 minutes. That is all. It sounds easy, but it was not. The next morning, the alarm went off. Daniel opened his eyes. His hand moved to his phone. It always did. Like a machine. Like something automatic. He stopped his hand. He put the phone face down. He looked at the ceiling. Silence. It felt strange. His mind was restless. He wanted to check something. Anything. He wanted noise. Because silence felt uncomfortable. And this is very important. Listen carefully. Most people never change, not because they are lazy, not because they are weak, but because discomfort feels like danger. When something feels uncomfortable, the brain says, stop. The brain says, go back. The brain says, this is not safe. But discomfort is not danger. Discomfort is just new, and new things always feel strange at first. Always. Daniel stayed in the silence. 10 minutes. He breathed. He looked at the light coming through the window. He listened to the birds outside. He thought about nothing important. He just was there, present, quiet. And when he finally stood up, he felt something. Not happiness, not excitement, just a little calm. A small, quiet calm, like a glass of still water. He did it again the next day, and the day after, and the day after that. Some mornings were hard. His mind was loud. He wanted to reach for the phone. He wanted to check the news. He wanted to feel connected. But he waited. Just 10 minutes. Just 10 small minutes. After 1 week, something small changed. He noticed it one morning. He was standing in his kitchen, making coffee, and he was thinking, not about his phone, not about the news. He was thinking about a book he wanted to write many years ago, a story about a boy in a small town. He had not thought about that book in years, and there it was, quietly returning, like a bird coming home. He did not write the book that day. He did not sit down and type 1,000 words. He just remembered it, and he smiled, a small smile, to himself in the quiet kitchen. This is what silence does. It makes space. Most of us have no space in our minds. We fill every moment, every second. We fill it with content, with noise, with other people's words and thoughts and opinions. We are never alone with ourselves, not really, and so we lose our own voice. Slowly, quietly, we forget what we actually think. We forget what we actually want. We forget who we actually are because we are always listening to someone else. Daniel started to notice other things. After 2 weeks of quiet mornings, he noticed he was less angry during the day. Small things stopped bothering him as much. A slow driver, a difficult email, a rude person at work. These things happened, but they did not hit him as hard. He had more space inside, space to breathe, space to respond, not just react. There is a big difference between responding and reacting. Reacting is fast. Reacting is emotional. Reacting is automatic, like a machine. Responding is slow. Responding is thoughtful. Responding is human. When you have no peace inside, you react to everything. You become tired. You become short. You become someone you do not want to be. But when you have even a little quiet, even just 10 minutes of quiet in the morning, you carry that quiet with you into your day, into your conversations, into your decisions. By the end of the first month, Daniel had changed something else too, slowly and without planning it. After his 10 minutes of quiet, he started to drink a glass of water. Just water. Before coffee, before food, before his phone. Just water. Simple. And while he drank the water, he thought about one thing. Just one. One thing he wanted to do that day. Not a list, not 10 things. Just one. This is another thing most people do not understand. We think more is better. We make long lists. We set big goals. We plan everything. And then we feel overwhelmed, and we do nothing. Or we do a little, and feel like it is not enough, and we stop. But one thing is powerful. One clear, simple thing. One small action, every day, day after day. This is how big things are built. Not in one day, not in one big moment, but slowly, quietly, one day at a time. 3 months passed. Daniel was still waking up the same. Same apartment, same job, same life on the outside. But on the inside, something was different. He was writing again. Not a full book, just a few sentences each morning. After his silence, after his water. Just a few sentences about the boy in the small town. Some mornings, just one sentence. But he wrote every day. And those sentences became paragraphs. And those paragraphs became pages. And those pages became something real. His energy was different too. People at work noticed. His friend said to him one day, "You seem different, good different. What happened?" Daniel smiled. He said, "I changed my morning." His friend said, "What do you mean?" Daniel said, "I wake up and I do nothing for a while." His friend laughed. He said, "That's it?" Daniel said, "That's it?" It sounds too simple. I know. You are maybe thinking, that is not enough. That is not a big change. That will not fix real problems. And you are right. It did not fix everything for Daniel. He still had hard days. He still had problems. He still felt lost sometimes. Life did not become perfect. Life never becomes perfect. But here's what changed. He started to feel like himself again, like the person he was before the noise, before the years of distraction, before all the rushing and filling and consuming. He remembered what mattered to him. He found a small direction, and that direction gave him energy, and that energy created small actions, and those small actions slowly built a different life. Psychologists have a word for this. It is called a keystone habit. A keystone is the most important stone in an arch. If you remove it, everything falls. If it is strong, everything holds. A keystone habit is like that. One habit that holds other habits together. For Daniel, the quiet morning was the keystone. That one small change made him drink more water, made him think more clearly, made him write again, made him feel calmer, made him more patient, made him more himself. One small stone, holding everything. Think about your own mornings. What is the first thing you do? What do you put in your mind before the day begins? Are you starting your day, or are you starting someone else's day? Are you giving your mind calm or noise? Are you present or already somewhere else? These are important questions, simple questions, but important. You do not need to change everything. Please hear this. You do not need a new job, a new city, a new life. You just need one small door, one small opening, one small habit that leads to another, and then another, and then another, like a chain made of small, quiet moments. Daniel finished his book 14 months after that morning in the park. It was not a famous book, not a big book, just a quiet little story about a boy in a small town. He self-published it online. A few hundred people read it, and some of them wrote to him. They said it made them feel something quiet and warm. He cried when he read those messages, not from sadness, from something else, from the feeling that he had done something real, something true, something that was his. He still talks to George sometimes, the old man in the park. One day Daniel said to him, "You changed my life." George shook his head. He said, "No, you changed your morning. Your morning changed your life. I just asked one question." That is the truth of it. Nobody can change your life for you. No video, no book, no teacher, no wise old man in a park. Only you can do it. But you do not need to do everything. You do not need to be brave every day. You do not need to be strong every day. You just need to do one small thing. Tomorrow morning, one small thing. Maybe it is 10 minutes without your phone. Maybe it is a glass of water. Maybe it is writing one sentence. Maybe it is just sitting and breathing and being quiet for a little while. The mind is like a garden. If you put noise in it every morning, noise will grow. If you put quiet in it, something else grows. Something slower. Something yours. I want to leave you with this. You are not lost. You are not broken. You are not too late. You are just noisy. And the noise is not yours. It came from outside. And it can go with one small decision. Tomorrow morning, before the phone, before the news, before the world asks something of you, give yourself 10 minutes. Just 10. Sit with yourself. Listen to the quiet. Let your mind breathe and see what comes. It might surprise you. Thank you for listening today. Take your time with the language, replay anything you did not understand, and come back tomorrow. There is always another story, another quiet lesson waiting for you here. Good night, or good morning, wherever you are, and whatever time it is for you. Be well.